got a good cap with a good seal. The coolant line, it has good connections on both ends. No kinks, cracks, or leaks. Goes down to your water pump. No leaks. In front of your water pump, you have two weepholes. They got to be dry. If there's any moisture there, it's an indication of a water pump problem. Water pump belt. It's got to have a proper amount of tension to it and no dry rots to it. DEF fuel pump has got to be mounted and working properly with no leaks. Your exhaust cannot have any soot or smut. If there's soot or smut, it's an indication of an exhaust leak. Your frame cannot have any cracks in it, no illegal welds. Your leaf spring mount, no missing bolts, no cracks, no illegal welds. Your leaf springs cannot have any missing leaf springs, no cracks, no illegal welds. U-boat mount, no missing bolts, no cracks, no illegal welds. Your shock and your shock mount. It's got good rubber bushings on both ends and no leaks. Your brake line. It's got good connections on both ends, no kinks, cracks, or leaks. It goes down to your brake chamber. No leaks. On the back side of your brake chamber, you have a push rod and a slack adjuster. Cannot be no more than 1 inch of play with the brakes off. They operate your brake pad and your brake drum. Your brake pad, no less than a 1/4 inch of thickness. No grease or oil between your brake pad and your brake drum. Your brake drum, no cracks, no illegal welds. The inside of your tire and the outside of your tire. No cracks and no bulges to it. This tire has to be a virgin tire. It's got to be filled to 100 psi and the tread depth no less than 4/32. Got to have a good seal between your tire and your rim and no leaks. Your rims, no cracks and no bends. All your lug nuts has to be present, none missing. If there's any rust between your lug nut and your rim, it's an indication of looseness. This is your hub and hub oil seal, filled to the proper level with no leaks. You have a metal valve stem with a metal cap with no leaks. Going around to the other side. Your windshield wiper reservoir, filled to the proper level with no leaks. It's got a good cap with a good seal. Your air compressor, it's got to be mounted and working properly with no leaks. Steering linkage cannot have any bends in it, no illegal welds to it. It's got a good rubber boot with good clamps on both ends and no cracks in it. It goes down to your power steering gearbox. No missing bolts, cannot have any cracks or leaks to it. Power steering hoses on both ends. It's got good clamps on both ends, no kinks, cracks, or leaks. Your power steering reservoir is filled to the proper level with no leaks. It has a good cap with a good seal. Your oil dipstick and this red one over here is the oil fill. Both of them's got to have a good cap with a good seal and an oil fill filled to the proper level. Your alternator cannot have any frayed wires and no missing bolts. You got to have a good connection on your negative and your positive, mounted and working properly. Alternator belt, proper amount of tension and no dry rot through the engine. You don't want to have it be broken and clear debris. Your steps no missing bolts, clear debris. This is a auxiliary light. It's clear in color, working. Your door hardware has got to be mounted and working properly. The door's got to be open, it's got to be closed. You got a good rubber seal around your door with no leaks. Your window's got to be able to roll up and down. Your door's got to be able to lock and unlock. You got a fire extinguisher in here. It's a 10BC. The needle's got to be in the green, indicating it's fully charged, ready to be used. Your DEF fuel has got to have a good cap with a good seal. Utility box. Inside your utility box, you have 3 DOT reflectors. They're amber and red in color. You have extra fuses inside your utility box. And if your fire extinguisher's not inside the cab of the truck, it's got to be inside the utility box, mounted and working properly. Tank. You don't want to have any bulges in it and no leaks. It's got to have a good cap with a good seal. Your fuel tank straps. They're metal with rubber under it, so there won't be no metal to metal contact, which will cause friction. Utility light is clear in color, working. Your DOT reflectors, they're clear in color, they go vertical and horizontal. Your steps and your catwalk, gotta be clear debris, and the steps, no missing bolts. This emergency air line. This blue one is your service air line. You don't want to have on either one of it any kinks, cracks, or leaks. Gotta have good connections on both ends with no leaks. They go up to your glad hand and your glad hand mount. Gotta be mounted and working properly. In between your glad hands, you have a rubber seal. Cannot have any cracks and no leaks. Your electrical line. You don't want to have any exposed wires and none broken. You gotta have good connections on your plugs on both ends. Clear debris. Your electrical boxes on both ends cannot have any missing or bent prongs. Drive shaft. On your drive shaft, you don't want it bent. No illegal welds to it. Your brake lines. Gotta have good connections on both ends. No kinks, cracks, or leaks. They go down to your brake chamber. On your brake chamber, no leaks. On the back side of your brake chamber, you have a push rod and a slack adjuster. Cannot be no more than 1 inch of play with the brakes off. They operate your brake pad and your brake drum. On your brake pad, no less than 1/4 inch of thickness. Cannot have any grease or oil between your brake pad and your brake drum. On your brake drum, no cracks, no ill. And right under it is a leaf spring. Then you have your U-bolt mount. You don't want it, have it, any cracks in it, no illegal welds to it. This bar here is your upper torsion bar and its mount. You don't want it, have it, no cracks, no illegal welds. Right beside it, you got your shock and your shock mount. Cannot have any leaks to it. Right behind it, you have your airbag and airbag mount. Don't want to have any cracks and no leaks. Come in here. This is called your header board. You don't want to have any missing pop rivets, no bulges, and no cracks. In our corner of our trailer, we have your trailer clearance lights. They're amber in color, working. Y'all come back around the other side. It's got to have proper amount of space between your tires to clear debris. These tires here's got to be filled to 100 psi the tread depth no less than 2/30 seconds. On the inside and outside of your tire, no bulges and no cracks. Gotta have a good seal between your tire and rim and no leaks. Your rim, no cracks and no bends. All your lug nuts has to be present, none missing. If there's any rust between your lug nut and your rim, it's an indication of looseness. This is your axle seal. It's got to be filled to the proper level with no leaks. You got a metal valve stem with a metal cap with no leaks. The side of your trailer, you don't want to have any missing pot rivets, no bulges and no cracks. You got your DOT reflectors. They're white and red in color. They go the full length of your trailer. Right under here, this big old flat piece of metal is called the apron. What's connected to the apron is the kingpin. The kingpin consists of 3 parts: the head, the shank, and the base. This is your 5th wheel skid plate. It's got to be properly greased, no space between your apron and your skid plate. Inside your skid plate, you have a locking jaw. The locking jaw wraps around the shank. This is your 5th wheel release arm. It's got to be mounted and working properly. This is your 5th wheel platform mount. Cannot have any missing bolts, no missing teeth, and it has 3 locking pins on each side. Reflectors, they're white and red in color. It's got to be 1 to 4 inches off the ground. This clear light in here is your reverse light. It's got to be mounted and working properly. This red light has 4 functions. It's a tail light, brake light, turn signal, 4-way flasher. It's got to be mounted and working properly. This is called the landing gear. This is your body, leg, your sand chute. It's got to be clear of debris. Your landing gear arm, it has 2 functions. It's got a high range and a low range. When it's not in use, it has to be put up in its proper place. Cross member bars. They go the full length of your trailer, cannot have any missing, no cracks and no illegal welds to it. This is called the midship light. It's amber in color, working. It has 3 functions. It's a marker light, turn signal, 4-way flasher. Moving down. These black lines right here is your air lines. They got good connections on both ends, no kinks, cracks, or leaks. This orange line is your electrical line. You don't want to have any exposed wires and none broken. All 3 of those lines got to be properly mounted and at least 18 inches off the ground. This bar right here is called the sliding tandem and its mount. You don't want to have any missing bolts to it, no cracks, and no illegal welds to it. This is your sliding tandem release arm. It's got to be mounted and working properly, and it operates 2 locking pins on each side. Now we're moving under. Your lower torsion bar. Outside is your shock and your shock mount. Got good rubber bushings on both ends and no leaks. Right behind it, you got your airbag and its airbag mount. No cracks and no leaks. Your brake lines got good connections on both ends, no kinks, cracks, or leaks. It goes down to your brake chamber, no leaks. What's behind it, your push rod and slack adjuster. Cannot be no more than 1 inch of play with the brakes off. They operate your brake pad and your brake drum. Your brake pad cannot be no less than 1/4 inch of thickness. Cannot have any grease or oil between your brake pad and your brake drum. Brake drum, no cracks, no illegal welds to it. Now we're moving back out. Goes, you gotta have proper amount of space between your tires, clear debris. The inside and outside of your tire, no bulges, no cracks. They gotta be filled to 100 psi. The tread depth no less than 230 seconds. You gotta have a good seal between your tire and your rim and no leaks. Your rim, no cracks and no bends. This is a hub oil seal. It's gotta be filled to the proper level with no leaks. All your lug nuts has to be present, none missing. If there's any rust between your lug nut and your rim, indication of looseness. Got a metal valve stem with a metal cap and no leaks. Tie down hook. It's got to be mounted and working properly and not broken. Mud flap is not a DOT because you got a DOT bumper, but it has to be 1 to 4 inches off the ground. This is your ABS light. It's amber in color, working. When you turn the key to the on position, it will come on for 5 seconds. If it stays on longer than 5 seconds, you got an ABS problem. This is just a marker light. It's red in color, working. This is your DOT bumper. On your bumper, you don't want it bent, no illegal welds. It's got your DOT reflectors, white and red in color. Your tag light is clear in color, working. All 4 of these lights are tail lights. The 2 inside lights are your brake lights. The 2 outside lights are your turn signal 4-way flasher. This is your tie back chain that goes to the tie back hook. You don't want to have any missing links and none broken. It's got to be mounted and working properly. On the bottom side of your door, you got your DOT reflectors, are white and red in color. This is your door hardware. On your door hardware, you don't want to have any missing bolts, not bent, no illegal welds, mounted and working. The door, don't want to have any bulges and no cracks. In the corner, you got your DOT reflectors. They're clear in color, they go vertical and horizontal. Right in the center of your trailer, you got your trailer clearance lights. They're red in color, working. Now we're gonna go around, we're gonna close the hood down, we're gonna climb in. Any tears in it, it's not cut. It's got the belt locked, it's got the belt unlocked. You got 3 things you gotta adjust. You gotta adjust your seat, adjust your steering wheel, adjust your mirrors to you as a driver. We're going to our windshield. Our windshield don't need to have any cracks in it. It's got to be clear debris. It's got a good rubber seal around it with no leaks. Your windshield wiper arm and your windshield wiper blade. Your arm's got to have good tension against your blade no dry rot. This is my highway horn. This is my city horns. Both of them's got to be working. This lever over here on the column, on the steering wheel column, has 6 functions. It's my right and left turn signal. It's my high beam and low beam. It's my windshield wiper. It's my windshield wiper fluid. These 4 gauges, the amps, the volts, and the oil. As soon as you turn the key on,